A lot has happened in the crypto market over the last 24 hours. There's been some good and some bad, and today is actually the last day for a very important announcement with regards to a Bitcoin spot ETF. So when we're looking at the overall crypto market, we can see that much is flat. We can see that the overall crypto market is relatively stable, right around that $1 trillion market cap. And again, Bitcoin is continuing to trade right around $26,000 to $28,000 per coin. In addition to this, we've seen Ethereum hold up its price pretty well. It's trading right around $1,550 per coin. When we're looking at some things in terms of technicals for Bitcoin, we can see that Bitcoin has been trading sideways ever since March of this year. Ever since March of this year, it broke above $25,000 per coin, and it has not yet broken back down below. The key thing right now for Bitcoin in terms of technicals is that it was rejected at the 200-week simple moving average, which is not great, but luckily we do see that there's this 50-day moving average just below where we're trading right now. So I would expect us to probably bounce off of that 50-day moving average in 50-week moving average in the next couple of weeks, unless we see some sort of major positive catalyst to help break us through this key level, which we have not yet been able to break through, which is that 200-week moving average. So right now, it's not much is happening in Bitcoin in terms of price action, but if you're looking behind the scenes, there's actually quite a lot of news that has come out. First of which is that we have seen a major announcement with regard to a spot Bitcoin ETF. And this is huge. I want to quickly interrupt today's video to bring you a word from our channel partner, Metahorse Unity. Metahorse Unity is an exciting mobile RPG racing game that combines classical mechanics with immersive gameplay. Developed by Hungry Games, which was a studio founded by an elite team and leading free-to-play gaming industry studios and publishers, this game ultimately offers an exhilarating experience for players. In Metahorse Unity, players can engage in thrilling races and compete against both AI-controlled opponents in PvE modes and real players in PvP modes. The game also offers a diverse range of quests and live events, ensuring there's always something new and exciting to explore. One of the unique aspects of Metahorse Unity is its play-to-earn system, which adds an additional layer of utility to the free-to-play core game loop. So it's free to play, but they have also this play-to-earn aspect in it. Players can earn rewards and in-game assets by actively participating and achieving success in races and events. The game ultimately features a collection of 8,000 unique NFT horses, each belonging to one of 4 different classes: Cyber, Unicorn, Warrior, and Dragon. And right now, Metahorse Unity is launching its first phase public mint, which is exclusively available on OnePlanet in the form of limited edition Metahorse random box NFTs. All wallets can mint up to 8 Metahorses in the public sale at an exclusive price of just 60 Matic per NFT, and floor price is 100 Matic. So if you're interested in gaming and earning money, then this project is definitely worth checking out, in my opinion. Use the link in the description and check out Metahorse Unity Public Mint before the time runs out. Anyways, let's get back to the program. We're looking at the spot Bitcoin ETF. We could see that the SEC had to appeal Grayscale's win in a DC's appeals court on October 13th. So this was the last day that they could appeal the decision of the court. And ultimately what this means is that they either had to appeal the DC Circuit Court of Appeals decision to the U.S. Supreme Court. They had to request the appeals court revisit its ruling, or what they ultimately had to do is follow the court's August order and review Grayscale's bid to change its Grayscale Bitcoin Trust into a spot Bitcoin ETF. Ultimately meaning that if they didn't go ahead and appeal it, nothing happened as of today, well then it's likely that we are going to have to see a Grayscale Bitcoin spot ETF. It's likely that we're going to have to see a lot more spot Bitcoin ETFs be approved, because this is really the last day that they could have gone ahead and appealed it. The one thing I do want to point out, though, is that many analysts have come out and say that it doesn't officially mean that we're guaranteed to see a spot Bitcoin ETF. The SEC could also attempt to deny the ETF on new grounds, but it's going to be very difficult for them to do considering the recent ruling we did have by the court. So that's something to keep in mind. When we're looking at Ethereum futures, not much is good because investors have pretty much just ignored all Ethereum future ETFs that have launched, as they're waiting to see what happens with the spot Bitcoin ETF. We can see that there have been 6 new Ethereum future funds that debuted in early October, on October 2nd. And in the first day of trading, they only attracted $1.92 million. That's terrible. That is so bad. If you're looking at that as 6 total funds only attracting $1.92 million, that is absolutely nothing when you compare it to what happened with Bitcoin futures ETF that was approved, let's say, in late 2021. We saw nearly $1 billion of inflow in the first 2 days of trading alone. And now we're seeing not even $2 million going into Ethereum futures ETFs. And remember, there are 6 of them. So that's in total across all 6. That's really just terrible. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Hopefully we start to see new money and new investors come into the crypto space once we see that spot Bitcoin ETF be approved. Now I want to switch gears and talk a little bit about altcoins. I want to go over some things to Cardano, Tether, and a few other announcements. We've seen that Uniswap recently just launched an Android wallet for Google Play. It's currently in beta, but the important thing about this is that Uniswap has seen over $1.7 trillion worth of trade since its inception. It's one of the biggest platforms in the crypto space. And up until now, they only were available on desktop, like a web version, and on iOS. They launched their iOS mobile app on April 13th. So now having this whole new application is going to be huge. A lot of people use Androids. A lot of people, like Androids over Apple. So this is going to help open up to, potentially an easier access to go about trading. Do I think it's going to open it up to new investors? No, I don't think any new investors are going to come into the crypto space because of this, but it is going to make it more easy, more accessible for current crypto investors to go about trading on Uniswap. When we're looking at Tether, Tether has some bad news. Bad news is that Tether CEO has officially stepped down, and they're naming Paolo Ardino as a successor to the stablecoin issuer. The good thing here is that at least who they're replacing the CEO with was the company's CTO. So he's been with the company for a while, and it's not like he's completely new. But the bad news is that their CEO was steering the company since 2013. He had been in charge since 2013 for years and years, since the crypto space was nothing. So having that type of person leave isn't really great when the market is just trading sideways and is pretty much just flat in general. We like to see that these people aren't leaving the crypto space, that they aren't going on to other ventures or other things. We'd like to see that Tether, which is the world's biggest, most popular stablecoin with like over $80 billion market cap, we'd like to see that they are continuing to hold their management and continue to maintain their same management. But unfortunately, we are seeing that their CEO is officially stepping down, and this is going to really take effect starting December of this year. Last thing I do want to go over is with Cardano. We talked about a lot of good news with Cardano in yesterday's video, but today I want to go over something that's not so great, because what we've seen is that a new weekly development report came out for Cardano earlier today, and in this report it talked about how you can see the numbers highlights right here. The projects being built on Cardano's blockchain has not increased at all in the last week. We have not seen the total number of native tokens, so like NFTs, increase either. Those really aren't good things to see. We like to continue to see new projects every single week, continue to see more NFTs launching every single week. So that's not good. But the good news on the report, things that are positive, are that we have seen the token policies are nearly at 80,000, increased a decent amount week over week. And also the number of transactions did increase again from 76.1 million to 76.4 million. So we're still seeing a lot of transactions take place every single week on Cardano's blockchain. We just didn't see any new projects as of last week, and we didn't see really much change in terms of the NFT market. So there's a lot of good and a lot of bad, but the big catalyst that I'm going to be looking out for over the next couple of weeks is that spot Bitcoin ETF.